Can 30 seconds really make or break your interview? Well, here's how I found out that yes, it totally can. And it happened quite a long time ago. I had just finished my college entrance exam, and I know I did really well. I was super proud of myself. So I grab all my things, I hand it in, and I leave the building. As I'm walking out, I can feel the sunshine on my skin. I see the breeze blowing the leaves, and I just feel such a relief. But then my brain stops. Oh, shoot. Did I write my name on that? Are you kidding me? It's my name. My name is what's going to cost me the entire exam, not to mention all the prep that it took to get there. That right there was the easiest 30-second fix. And what if a 30-second fix is what can make or break your interview where the stakes are just as high? You prepare answers for all the difficult questions, even those weird, if you were a spoon, what spoon would you be, right? You prepare answers for all of that, but then you forget about the stuff you already know, the things you're really good at, the things that come so easy to you that when you speak, you think it's no big deal, but everyone else is wondering, how does she do it? It's those areas that are going to make you the most competent candidate in the room, and you'll come across as a consultant with a solution to the problem they need solved. So, by the end of this episode, you're going to get clear on what those easy peasy areas of strength are for you so that you don't forget to share them in your next interview. But first, if you're tired of submitting resumes and getting ghosted in this crazy market, head to theuncommoncareer.com/checklist to learn about the 5 shifts that get my mid-career clients hired fast. Okay, so now let's talk first about how to pinpoint your strengths. You want to look at all the industries you've been in. Every position you've had has been at a company, and every company is part of an industry. So think about, what industries have I been in, even if your function is industry agnostic. If you're in human resources, yeah, human resources technically is the same everywhere. However, in some industries, there's a lot of unionization. So if you are, have a lot of experience working with unions, that's going to make a big difference. So even if you think, hey, my role, my function is industry agnostic, I would still encourage you to jot down all of your industries. Also, think about everything you have experience in, everything you have familiarity and expertise in. What types of people have you been around? Veterans, consumers, B2B, customers, enterprise clients, executives, right? Think about all the people that you've been around. How can you jot down all the groups that you have experience with? And do the same thing with places, methods, systems, technology. Think about all the training that you've had and all the niche skills. If you've been trained in AI since the very first iteration, you have a historical knowledge that nobody else has. That's a niche skill. If you're in HR, but you come from a law background, that's a niche skill. And also think about, what situations are you an expert in? A really great way of thinking about this is asking yourself the question, what situations were really challenging, or what was I just kind of thrown into? Is it scaling organizations? Maybe you cleaned up the mess after a really bad audit. Maybe you created structure, SOPs, and handbooks when there was nothing. Or are you the person who helped provide leadership through mergers and acquisitions? You want to have your strengths written down along with examples and stories to go with each of them. Then, when you get an interview, ask yourself, what are the top 3 strengths from this list that most speak to the company and position? Now that you know what they are, now you want to draft your tell me about yourself response. Now, I don't recommend that you rehearse any interview response except for this one. I've coached through hundreds of interview prep sessions, and I know that even the most qualified professional can have those pesky nerves take over, and then you completely blank out and all goes out the window. That's part of why I created the program. So you can move past the nerves and into a powerful interview that will leave them wanting more. Now, in our coaching program, I'm actually on a wait list right now, but if you want to get in before the end of the year, I thought I'd let you know that now is the time to book a call. I can take 4 more people, and then we close out 2025. So if you want to get started in November or December, head over to theuncommoncareer.com/call to get on the list. Now, regardless, this response, your tell me about yourself, this is a response that you want to draft, revise, rehearse, and perfect. And so what do? Do you practice until you get it right? Nope. You practice until you cannot get it wrong. That's a quote. And I would tell you exactly who said that, but even our friend ChatGPT, has no idea who said it first. Now, listen, here's what you need to do though. It doesn't matter who said what. Just know that you need to practice until it feels conversational. I just got done going through a strategy session with my client, Jill, and she has this down to a science. Now she's able to share her tell me about yourself response, and it does not sound rehearsed because she practiced until she could not get it wrong. She's coming off confident and competent and credible. She's building trust and setting herself up for a positive interview. And you can do the same thing. You can build trust with a great response, and you can set yourself up for a positive interview because you, my friend, have just set the tone for the rest of the interview. Okay, it's time now to take a little bit of action. So grab your sheet of paper and jot these things down. The industries you've been in, the people, the methods, the systems you're experienced with, the trainings you've had, niche skills you've developed, and the situations you're an expert in. Now, you can pause if you need to, but once you have this list down, strategizing or just basically remembering, hey, what are the key points that are going to be relevant in this next interview is a 30-second job. So you always do the foundational work well before you need it. And then it's really, really quick to just kind of strategize for that interview, right? There's more to do for prep, but this part right here, it's a 30 seconds you don't want to miss. Once you have that down, you can DIY it by heading into episode number 110 to draft your tell me about yourself response, or head over to theuncommoncareer.com/call to schedule a call. And then you and I can do it together as a part of our coaching program, where I'm with you from beginning to end, developing your resume so that employers sit up and call back, creating your irresistible interview strategy, and getting your offer much faster than the traditional route. That's theuncommoncareer.com/call to schedule your call. Now, listen, until then, know that Denise and I, and by the way, Denise is our fabulous team member. Until then, know that we're cheering you on and we are praying blessings over you for this next week. Talk soon. Hey, thanks for listening. I really appreciate you spending time with me today. If you found this episode helpful, please tap the 5-star review on the show's homepage in your podcast app. It would absolutely make my day, and it helps others discover the Uncommon Career Podcast. Now, to download your free career resources and learn how I help seasoned professionals land amazing offers in as little as 90 days, click on the link in the description or go to theuncommoncareer.com. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.